Hi Aries, I'm Chris. Welcome to your February Taroscope. I'm playing a little music because there's some ambient noise in my neighborhood, so if it's a little loud or whatever, I'll try to speak over it. Let me know in the comments if you can't have trouble hearing me at all. Real quick, I have discounted private readings. I'm closing my Etsy shop at the end of the month, which is where I book my readings, and then moving them all to a website in March. So everything's marked down. All the bookings I have available are discounted until they're gone. Also, mini love readings for the month of February. If you want to see what's in store for your love life, you can check that out there. Follow me on Instagram. The link is below as well. I'm posting a lot of tarot related content, stuff in my stories with weekly readings and that kind of thing. And also some fun stuff. And then PayPal donations. The PayPal donations you guys have been sending have been incredible. I never even expected to get them, but it just shows me how that what I'm doing here is actually meaningful to you guys, and it means so much when you contribute any way you can. So if you want to help support the channel, that link is there as well. All right, Aries, so we're in February. Things are heating up a little bit, right? It feels like it's been a rough winter for most signs, right? And I think with you guys, what's happening in February is that there's a little bit of a release. The image I kept getting for you guys is sort of like not turning back at this point, right? Let me just see my... there might have been some sadness, right? In the past few months, there might have been some heavy feelings. There might have been some feelings of loneliness. And what I feel like is happening right now is that you're accepting kind of the past and allowing the past to be released and kind of really looking towards the future with optimism. I kept getting this vision of Aries sitting down with a pen and paper and sort of writing down all your dreams, writing down all your hopes, writing down all the things you're grateful for, and seeing this sort of beginning of a smile start to come across your face. And that's the energy I think that February is bringing for Aries, a little bit of a lighter sense of self, a little bit of inspiration, motivational energy to make the changes that are necessary to really embrace, I think, the new place that you guys are in. Really ready to let go of people, places, or things that just don't serve you anymore, right? So Aries, let's go ahead and see what's going on in the cards, because I think that especially one of the words that kept popping out to me was something even better. So even if you're not necessarily in a bad place where you had to cut things loose and had toxic attachments, the energy right now for you guys is of something even better coming along your way. Central situation here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So really being optimistic again, looking towards your future, really wanting to build something that has meaning to you and is of substance. This is you might be tired with working your day jobs that feel like they're going nowhere. You might be tired of relationships that just sort of feel like you're going through the motions. Whatever it is that is on a daily basis with you, Aries, feeling a little bit humdrum, feeling a little bit of same old, feeling like you might have been burning a lot of energy, putting a lot of energy into things, and it's just not getting that much easier, not getting that much better, trying to stay hopeful, trying to stay optimistic, but still the results aren't really there with regards to the situations that you might be in improving. This month sees you making a pivot. Like what I said about not looking back, about letting things go, about this is about seeing how much you're capable of, seeing what you're capable of, knowing what you're capable of. And February sees you making real moves towards those things, towards your dream career, towards making more money, towards just living your life with passion, living your life with optimism is what I see here, right? You know, to have a dream, to feel like you're able to accomplish more, to be able to have more and be more, you have to kind of have faith in yourself and have a sense of hope, right? So Aries, I think that a little bit of hope starts to come back to you in the month of February. Yep, Temperance. So up in the ideals, we have Temperance. What this is saying to me, guys, is that there's been a lot of internal reflection. There's been a lot of internal work. You guys are fixated right now on getting back on your feet. So for some of you, this could be getting back on your feet creatively, right? Maybe you had projects or creative outlets that you used to have that maybe you've lost a little touch with, and now you're looking to get back in touch with those things. For some of you, this could be physical recovery. So maybe if you've had something that's you hurt yourself in some way, February sees like a turnaround with regards to health and healing, right? This is the angel of healing. I think it's, don't quote me, I don't remember my old Catholic days, but I want to say who's the healing angel? Raphael? I don't quite remember, but it's the angel of healing, right? And also Aries, I think like healing your heart. So that's again going back to the fact that there are some things that you might have had to walk away from. There's certain things that you're just having to come to terms with, are holding you down like on the inside, or kind of what's the word? Snuffing out your fire. And with temperance here, it's the balance that gets you back on your feet. It's stability. It's rekindling that fire. Look, you have the halo here above her head, and then also in the distance you have the sun rising over the river. So it's really about like a new day for you, Aries. It's really about this is the moment with temperance right before you head out on a new journey of your life. You've done the work, you've made progress, you've done the healing, and now like their spirits are being rekindled with this card. Three of Cups. So in our past position here, we have the Three of Cups, which could have been just a little bit of distraction. We've talked about this before, Aries, right? And now I'm glad to see that this is in the past, because with Three of Cups, we do have a sense here of, sure, fun and festivities and all that, but a little also with regards to this, like, do you see how there's like almost this dichotomy between meaningful work and play? Like, it's not a healthy balance, I don't feel, right? Because look, what we're trying to do is actually balance things out. So what you're aspiring to right now, Aries, is maybe putting down the drink a little bit, right? Maybe not going out so much, maybe not socializing as much as you had been. It seems like you might have been in the past, just like doing things to not have to feel as strongly, right? Numbing yourself out in certain ways, whether that's just distractions with partying or drinking too much or smoking too much, or just like being checked out a little bit. This month we start to find the balance again, right? Where it's not like all the fun is gone, but we kind of do like the pendulum was swinging too far in one direction, and now we're starting to swing back to the middle here, Aries. Where we have a healthier sense of what fun is. We have a healthier sense of you know, being able to do those fun things, being able to socialize, being able to go out and do whatever you want, but not in a way where it's like you're escaping your feelings, not in a way where your work is suffering. In fact, I think that an increased emphasis on your work kind of makes this stuff easier to go without, right? You don't want to be hungover, so you or you want to go running in the morning so you don't drink as much, or you don't have a hangover, right? Whatever it is to you that has been too much of an indulgence, this is fading out of you. Also, conflicts with other people are fading out of you, guys. This is why I said, like, any differences, like you're letting things go. Things are not affecting you anymore, right? You're accepting what was and leaving it in the past. We have Five of Wands in your past. We have the card of conflict and of petty differences, right? Of misunderstanding. Sometimes Aries likes to be in this place, right? I mean, like, these are super Aries cards here, right? Party and fighting. You know what I mean? But like, sometimes you guys like to butt heads a little bit, right? And I think right now what's happening is that you've done enough of that, and now that stuff feels petty, and now you're ready for something more, right? You're ready to not have to always stand your ground. You're ready to not always have to be in turmoil and conflict with other people. You're not having to flee your feelings. You're not being brought down by the energy that other people are bringing into your life. This is very uplifting energy. This is stuff that now we're rising above here. And Aries, it's like there's a new spirit to you, right? There's a new gusto. There's a new like sense of, I think you guys are getting a taste of what you're capable of. I think you've been really strong for a long time, and the strength, I said this for a couple of other signs this came up for, because I think February in general is just a big month of, since is doing this beautiful thing where it's just like spinning like a tube across, I'm like getting hypnotized by it. Where this month is a reinvigoration of passion for a lot of people. And I got distracted by the smoke. We're not putting up with bullshit anymore. So do you see what I mean about kind of maybe having some heartache? Kind of feeling it, like, so for some of you, what this is going to be is that you've had tough love relationships, right? Situations with partners, situations with lovers, situations with you know, significant others, or trying to work with significant other. For some of you in the past, this has been really difficult, right? You've had a lot of little differences here. You guys have maybe had little spats. Maybe it's getting to the point for some of you where relationships now have to be left behind, because this is our last position in the past here. I'll show you the cards, guys. Show you guys the cards at the end. But this is the last position of the past where this kind of love is getting left behind. Some of you could be a Gemini that's getting left behind, right? Or, you know, it's not about being angry with that person. It's just about now knowing that, like, that was the past, and now really looking towards the future. If it's not a relationship that you're having trouble with, what this is, Aries, is inner conflict. Because sometimes the Five of Wands actually is the turmoil that's in your head. Sometimes the Five of Wands is fighting with yourself. And with the Lovers next to the Five of Wands, it's almost as if a disconnect was caused internally. Like this internal push and pull, this back and forth struggle with yourself. Do I or don't I? What do I want? Who am I? What am I doing here? So either way, Aries, whatever struggles you're going with, whether it's with another person or just in your head, we're now going into a time where this time of division is done and it's over with. And sees you now moving through the month, harmonizing with yourself, being at one with yourself. This is like a sense of, with this cards coming up in this position, it's almost like putting yourself back together, right? Finding again who you are, finding again what you're about, reconnecting to the things that make you who you are, and that make you stand out, and that make you unique. So all this turmoil, Aries, is a thing of the past. Escapism for escapism's sake is a thing of the past. Drowning your sorrows, a thing of the past. Let's see where we're going. Beautiful. So here's our turning point, Aries. Starting off with a lighter sense of self. Starting out from the beginning. You know how I said how there's this sense of like the smile just starting to creep? It's not like this big shit-eating grin on your face, but it's the return of hope. It's the return of liveliness. It's the spark. It's that Uranus rules the fool, that Uranus energy of electricness, of electricity. Electricity, a spark of motivation, of fire. You're getting your fire back, Aries. Nothing's standing in your way now. You're starting fresh in February, right? You've been through enough shit, Aries. You're done with the conflict. You're done with like jobs that don't give you validation. You're done with people who just like mess with you. Like it probably feels like some people just want to pick a fight with you. Have you felt that? Like, why are you fighting with me? Don't you know who I am? Don't you know that I'll fuck you up? Right, Aries? Sorry, I tried to censor myself because someone was like, I don't like the F word. Fuck you. Fuck you. Anyway, I try not to swear as much as I used to, but it's just the way we talk. I'm a Gemini. I just say what I think and express myself, right? Anyway. And I'm sure you guys get it. That's why I'm like being honest with you. You guys are probably thinking like, fuck that bitch. You see, Aries, look at this, beautiful. So now we're moving into the future. Now we're going through what's going to be happening in February. And do you see we have the first glimmer of the moon? We have the first sense of hope. We have that first light, the first peak at the light at the end of the tunnel starting to show itself. Do you see how there's a start here? There's a fresh beginning. There's reasons to be hopeful. There's reasons to be excited. It's a little loud. There was construction, so I tried to make it a little louder, but I think it quieted down, and now it's really loud. But do you see this? The first glimmer of the moon is starting to show itself. You guys are in a time right now where I love that I had the vision of writing things down, writing down goals, because this is exactly what you want to do in this phase of the moon. Like magically, when you're working with the moon, this is technically, some people think like when the moon just starts to show itself is when they consider the new moon. This is a little farther. This is like just the waxing moon. But waxing moons are times for you to make plans and put manifesting energy towards the things you're trying to create. So perfect time, Aries, to make goals. Perfect time for you to like get clear on where you're going and what you're about. So you see now we have this row on the bottom where we're in this place where we're harmonizing, where we're letting go of old emotional baggage, old relationship baggage, old conflict with other people. And we're starting brand new, as if like we're just fresh to death and can't help it. You can't help but, Aries, feel like enthusiastic again. Moving on. That's like the big thing I'm seeing here right now. Of course, there's little details about work and all this, but moving on. We have like these major arcana cards of like sort of journeying and wholeness. Like strength of character, strength of ego, and like strength of independence. And then we have strength in reverse. So guys, I think this is a month where we want to be supported, right? Where you want to lean on other people. Strength in reverse is saying like there might be too much of an attempt, I think, to and I know this is an Aries quality, too much of an attempt to hold too tightly of things and control it too much. With strength in reverse, we're holding too tightly. We're not using that gentle touch. We're forcing things. So Aries, be careful not this month to not force things, right? You see how in the middle we have this meaningful work, and on one side there's conflict, and on one side there's force. So you need to kind of approach your goals and dreams right now, Aries, with like sort of a light touch. You might be in a space of confrontation because that's what you're used to for a long time. You might be in a space of negativity because that's what you've been getting for a while. But I promise you, if like you take that energy forward with you, it's not going to work out. You're not going to get what you want. People aren't going to be on your side. So handle people, handle situations with a gentle touch, gentle but firm, right? That's part of the key of strength. Literally, the mystery of strength in this card is almost like the counterintuitive approach of gentleness being strong. Do you see the way she's just lightly holding on to that bear? Very gently, right? In these light white robes with bare feet. And a bare feet. But seriously, you get what I'm saying. Like Aries, gentle approaches this month. Don't like fight people. It's not gonna work out for you. Even though it might feel good, even though you want to get some shit off your chest, even if you want to like be confrontational a little bit, it's not gonna work out well. It's just gonna put you back into a place of negativity. Like, there's a difference, Aries, between the Mars fire being constructive and being destructive. And right now, your mood, your temperament is gonna decide whether the energy you put out into the world is going to be constructive or destructive. This energy in what person can go either way, right? It can go this way or it could go this way. It just depends on how you're feeling and how in control of your emotion, right? Because strength is also self-control. It's discipline, right? So how in control are you of your own emotions? How in control of your own thoughts? No, not controlling other people, not controlling outcomes, but controlling yourself. Want to talk about the return of power, Aries? The Emperor? Here you are, showing up at the end of the reading. Going into March, are we feeling good about ourselves? Are we feeling situated about who we are? Are we feeling powerful? This came up right next to Temperance. Are we feeling healed? Are we building now? The Emperor, you don't want to be a tyrant is kind of the message here, right? To get to power, to get to higher places, a firmness is necessary, but not like harshness. You want to be a little loved. You want to be revered. You want people to be on your side. You want people to help you. A lot of fire signs too. So we have like all the fire signs in your reading. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. A lot of fire energy, especially if you're dealing with those people, right? So passion, motivation, inspiration, action. Climbing to new levels. And I think the Emperor says there's a return to self. I think the Emperor says there's a return to self that allows you to now build power in a real way. We've talked a lot, Aries, about being honest and being truthful. And the Emperor stands in his truth. He knows what he has to offer. So Aries, get really clear on what your talents are, what your skills are, what you're good at. Don't lie to yourself about opportunities that are available, right? Because this is connecting you to bottom of the deck. This is connecting you back to this is what you build on, right? This is the center. So you take this energy and you do something with it. But you can only do something with it if you know what this is, if you know what you're good at, if you know what you're capable of. And I feel here people are going to be on your side. I feel here like, you know, if you're looking for romance here, that could be the case. You know, we can do love readings, right? But the big general energy for you guys for the general reading is about you, and it is about your personhood, and it is about you healing, and it is about you, 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, picking yourself up after being knocked down, after feeling like you're at the bottom, after feeling like, you know, no one's on your side, after feeling like you can't win, after feeling like you've experienced nothing but struggle after struggle after struggle. False starts, promises that don't turn out well, right? People who don't really seem to be there for you as much as you'd like them to be. And being strong, but this is what's pulling us forward, Aries, right? This is the defeat that you felt that you're not going to put up with anymore. This is the lowness that you felt that you're not putting up with anymore, right? So let's go ahead. I'm going to point the camera down so you guys can take a look at the cards. Okay, you see, so we're starting here, we're kind of going around here in a circle. So really focusing on your purpose, Aries, really focusing on what gives you meaning and what gives you life, right? Not finding life through what's the word I'm looking for? Cheap thrills, right? Not looking for fake stimulation, not clinging to relationships that, like, you know, aren't working anymore, where you guys just aren't meeting your minds anymore. And now being whole and starting fresh and having a new attitude and having new energy and handling yourself with gentleness, handling people with gentleness, handling your dreams with gentleness, right? Gentle but firm. Take time and be patient here, Aries. If you try to rush anything, if you try to get a quick fix this month, it's not going to work out. You have to be in this for the long haul. You guys need to understand earth energy. You can't force it. It's like trying to make a plant grow faster than it's already going to go. It's not going to happen. So you have to really find a way, Aries, to be patient. You have to find ways, and I think the way you do that is by focusing on goals and accomplishing little things at a time, right? With the Emperor there, it's like accomplishment after accomplishment after accomplishment, and then you're at this point where you're just so high up that you know, this is possible. So little goals this month, Aries, is the way to do it. Little goals. It builds up your self-esteem. It builds up your confidence. It actually creates a foundation for what you want. You see, it's as if like these pentacles, it's like you build one, and then you build two, and then you build three, and then you build another two. And you know, like it's a stable, steady growth. No quick fixes, Aries. No cheap thrills. Real stimulation, real passion, real excitement. Patience, right? Right on top of that, patience. We're just starting. This is just the beginning of the tarot. all right? So take your time. I promise you, if you rush it, if you force it, it's going to fail. Now think about to you what it means by forcing something, right? That doesn't mean don't apply pressure, don't apply work or energy. But understand that like you're not in total control of the outcome. All you can do is put yourself out there and then continue to put yourself out there and continue to put yourself out there, right? You might go on a lot of job interviews and not get some, but then like you have to keep going and you're gonna get better at it and then things will come your way, right? So for your outcome, we have Two of Wands. Beautiful, passionate about the future. I was almost hesitant to come into this reading saying that you guys are optimistic and hopeful because I know some people like to leave comments like, I feel no hope. Miserable as people. But I get it, you know, you're coming here for hope and like if I say like there's hope and you know, some people just aren't ready for it. But coming into this, I knew this. Hope, optimism, future plans, right? Again, it's about the long haul, right? Aries, it's about the long game. It's the long game. For everything you want to accomplish. If you have to separate yourself from something, it still might be a little bit of time like to do it. If you're trying to build a business, it's going to take time to do it. If you're trying to get out of your current job circumstances, it's going to take a little time to do it. But I think by your season 2, by March, April, is where you can expect things to pay off. And that's not too far, right? That's like giving your goals 2-3 months to start to manifest. That's not bad. It'll come faster than you think. Right? Faster than you think. Again, so readings and all that is in the description below. PayPal donations, if you guys love this reading, go ahead and you can help support the channel. I love those so much. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Aries, I just feel so good. I feel like fire. Like your pilot light has been really low. And now it's like something gives it a kick. And what gives it a kick is you being done. Like, you know how they say people have to want to help themselves? That like, for instance, for addicts, they have to kind of hit rock bottom. I think you've hit Aries in certain areas of your life for different people. Different areas of your life have sort of started to feel like you're hitting rock bottom. Where it's becoming clear that the way out is a way, right? That things aren't just going to get better. That you have to take control and you have to make things happen. And it'll be great. All right, guys, I love you so much. I'll talk to you March. I have an Aquarius season video with mini readings. I'll put a link here. You can check that out. And then also my weekly readings have been great. I've been loving those. So check those out as well. All right, guys, I love you so much. You're going to kill it. Of course you are. You're Aries. You're the best. You're amazing. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.